welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do our favourite product of 2019. I love hearing what people's favourite products are of the year, but I really love seeing them in action as well. So we're going to do a tutorial today. Disclaimer, really quickly, if there is something here that I have not mentioned, but I've said that I've loved it this year, I absolutely have loved it. But these are the things that really stuck out to me. We're only going to do makeup today because I have loads of favourite things. The whole spectrum, you know, skincare, self-care, hair stuff, you know, but this is just going to be makeup today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each category of makeup that I use, and I have more than one favourite. So I'm going to only use one today, but I am going to list all my favourites down below, and I really do think that this is it. I've been staring at all this stuff for a really long time, and it's really all the stuff that I've just thought was so good this year. So this video might be a little bit longer, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Okay, so for primers, I have five different primers. First up, we have the Herborian Bamboo Matte. This is amazing. I wore it on my wedding day. It really does keep your makeup on. It keeps it nice and matte, but not too matte, and it doesn't kind of pill when you use it. It's just a perfect matte primer if you need one. The Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. This is just such a great all-rounder. It's really hydrating, smells great. If you're a fan of the Ole Henriksen skincare line, then you will love this. We have the Nars Radiance Primer. I'm pretty sure this was my favourite last year as well. This is just such a gorgeous primer. I really love this one when I am abroad, if it's nicer weather, because it's got an SPF of 35 in there. We have by far the most expensive. This is the Victoria Beckham and Augustinus Bader. This primer, I love the moisturiser. I talk about it all the time. I have a big one here that I bought myself because I really do think it's amazing. It is really gorgeous, but definitely a luxury buy. And then finally we have the Beca Backlight Prime and Filter. This is so stunning for a really dewy finish. It's so beautiful. It's just really gorgeous. All of these primers are. But today I think I'm actually going to use Ole Henriksen, and we're going to take a little pump of that and I'm just going to apply it all over. And I've done my skincare already, and like I said, if you guys want me to do another favourites video just showing you guys what my other favourite things were last year, then I definitely can. So I'm going to be applying the products, but it's not going to be a super tutorial. Foundation, we have 4, and some of these products are new for 2019 and some of them are not. The first one's super obvious. Actually, I bet loads of you guys will be able to guess these, to be honest. This is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So gorgeous. I actually wore this to my wedding in Italy. It's just so great. Loads of you guys that I've recommended this to love it. Loads of my friends even just think it's the best. It's gorgeous. We have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is in the shade Natural Beige. This one's in the shade Stromboli, just so you guys know. It's such a classic. All 4 that I'm going to talk about today are definitely the foundations that I've reached for the most this year. We have the Stay Naked foundation by Urban Decay. This is really gorgeous. I actually wore this to our wedding party at home. It is a really gorgeous semi-matte, medium to buildable finish. It's just beautiful. It's so great. And then we have the Nude Sticks Tinted Cover. This is more of a tinted moisturiser, but it's definitely become something that you can see that the tube's well squished because I use it all the time. It is so great for those days where you just need to chuck on some makeup. You know, some days I don't want to commit to having a full face on. This is perfect. So for today, I'm actually going to use the Stay Naked by Urban Decay, and we're going to end up doing a pretty full coverage, full glam makeup. This is in the shade 50NN. It's actually a bit dark for me at the moment, but I'm super pale right now. Honestly, this Scottish weather is just ruining everything. It's making me pale, it's making me tired, it's making me grumpy. The dogs are constantly disgusting and dirty. It's just not okay. This foundation is just really amazing for covering up any blemishes. You really don't need too much concealer after you apply this. And I've actually not applied a crazily heavy amount. I really apologise for the colour match. This used to be pale on me. I'll use my lighter concealer to bring it back up. But yeah guys, you know that I usually manage to match my foundation alright, but today, not great. That brings me on to concealer, and I have to say it was just the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This saw me through the whole year. It's what I wore to my wedding. It is just my favourite. It's so good. I'm going to use the shade Custard, which is a bit lighter than usual, just to try brighten up my complexion a little bit, just so it's not quite as tanned, because I am going to end up on one of those forums for makeup artists that can't match their own foundation. So I'm just going to do a little And I don't mind having a bit of fuller coverage. Again, like I said, our skin's not perfect right now, so I don't mind a little bit more full coverage. Okay, I'm just going to buff that in. This concealer is just such a great all-rounder. If you've been watching my channel this year, you would have seen that I use this concealer in different shades for different reasons. Like, I love it as an eyeshadow base, actually. I love it in a deeper shade for my contour. I use the deeper shade as a start for a smoky eye as well. It was just really, really good. I think that you guys will be able to guess all of these products, to be honest. I feel like we managed to save that. Let's go into bronzers. That would be my next step. I have, obviously, Hoola Caramel. Unbelievable. This came out in 2019. It was a shade extension of the original Hoola bronzer, and this colour is just so perfect. And then towards the end of the year, I started using the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light, which is just so gorgeous. It goes on the skin quite differently, I think, to a normal bronzer. This is really nice for when you're not wearing quite as much makeup, but I actually like using both of these at the same time as well. And then really recently, I have started using the Huda Beauty Tan Tour, which is really nice. I'm going to use this today first, and then I'm going to use a bronzer on top just because it's amazing. So to use this, I actually like going in. This is a brand new brush. This is the Smith 151, and I go in there, and then we're going to just buff that into the skin, and it just gives, oh, it took me ages to start using this, and I do not know why. And you just need a tiny little bit. Do you see that? It's just great. I'm going to use a little bit around my head and a little bit around my jaw. And I like using a brush with it on top of fresh foundation. I just feel it works. Make sure that's blended. Even though it's new to me, it's something that I think I'll be using a lot even this year as well. So who'd have thought? Well, actually loads of people, because it is very popular. I'm going to go on top of that with the Hourglass just because I feel like you guys have seen me use the Hoola Caramel a million times, so I'm going to show you this one. But I'm just going to go over that contour with the Hourglass. And using the Tan Tour underneath just has that definition you can't really get using just the one bronzing product. And you don't even need to use it super heavy. Like, I don't think I used loads and loads there. And I used the shade Light, which is actually surprisingly dark. Be aware of that when you're shopping. Usually when I go for contour, I'm a medium shade, but for that one I'm light. That brings us on to blusher. 2019 for me was the year of the blush. I never used to wear blush in a big way. Never flipping do. I love it. So I've got 4 blushers here. I have the Nars Orgasm. I feel like I used this a lot this year. I really, really love it. This is actually a new one that I pulled out the drawer. I cannot find my old one, but the Nars Orgasm is really, really gorgeous. Such a nice pink blush, basically. We have my Laura Mercier Peach, which is definitely the most used. All the labels worn off in the back. I just love this colour. I love a peachy blush. We have Beca Tiger Lily. It's not even coral, it's like a downright orange. I love it. It's so gorgeous. The Beca blushers in general, I just think are such a gorgeous formula. And then this took me by surprise because this is the Beca Pop Goes the Glow palette. And in here you can see this blusher. Absolutely obsessed. I just think it's beautiful, so I'm actually going to use that one today. And the way I like to do blusher is just with a big brush, but oh my god, this palette, I used it loads. And I'm going to go in with that raspberry pink and just do a little bit at a time. You don't need tons of it, to be honest. And then I'll just go in with my foundation brush if I need to. Love that. Next is highlighter, and I can only really think of 2. So the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion, which mine's, I don't have one right now, mine's smashed in a big way, it's in the bin, but it was the most gorgeous glowy highlighter. And then the other one is obviously my Beca Shimmering Skin Perfector. You guys know I love Opal. Well, this year I was testing out a new colour. This is Champagne Pop. Obviously it's not a new colour, it's a very old colour. I started using this colour instead of Opal, and I really, really like it. So I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop, the usual places that I highlight, which is my cheeks. Like, look, it's just lovely. It's just lovely. I want to be super glowy. That's another reason I love the Urban Decay foundation, is that it is more of a matte finish, which means you can kind of choose where you want the light to be shining from. So see, on my cheeks, I just make sure that I actually do less highlighter but a bigger blend, so when I move my face you get more of a kind of glow instead of like a stripe. But yeah, you can see my forehead's still relatively matte, which I love. And yeah, that's pretty much it for highlighters. Sorry. Powder. Absolutely no surprises here. The Laura Mercier loose powder is just brilliant, and the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. So gorgeous. If I was going for more of a dewy foundation but I had a night out or an event, I would use the loose powder and I would do like a baby bake. Just powder and then straight away dust it off. But today I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. And look, you can see that I just love it. I take this out with me a lot as well actually, just for touch-ups. But I'm just going to buff that under my eyes like usual. And I just kind of do it around my mouth. And if you need to, you can go in with a little bit in your brush just to tidy up the contour. I really think that works. I love that skin. And then for setting spray, no surprises again. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. But I loved the smell of Summer Solstice. I want this to be permanent. I say this in every video that I talk about this. Urban Decay, please. I'm just going to set my face now before we do our eyes. Oh my god, that just smells like summer. It's so rainy outside. I've got Patrick Ta's Bougie Little Fan, which I love. I always feel like a Charlie's Angel or something at this point. And that is probably my favourite full coverage base makeup ever. I always have these products. That's another thing actually to mention. Loads of these products that I have here are always kind of on my desk. And this year I'm going to make an effort to actually put them away and go pick new stuff all the time, because I could easily do all my makeup with all this stuff non-stop and be happy. But I need to try new things. Don't worry if you're losing track. I am going to list absolutely everything I talk about down below. And just because of the sheer amount of products, that's why we're not having the pop-ups this time, just because Jack would go blind trying to do them. So yes, everything will be listed down below. Time to zoom in and do our eyes. Oh no, wrong way. So for our eye makeup, I have 4 palettes here. It was really hard for me for palettes because I think I found quite a lot of palettes that I loved this year. But I've got 2 neutral palettes here and I've got 2 colourful palettes. Pretty much the only palettes that I would pick up to do a colourful look were the Stacey Marie Be Perfect Carnival palette. So many great colours, literally all the colours you would probably need. They're so lovely. And also the Me, Myself and Mitchell palette in collaboration with Beauty Bay. This was really amazing. Both palettes were in collaboration with such great artists. They're so great at what they do. And yeah, I just really loved them. And I've got 2 neutral palettes here. So one of the palettes is Naked Honey. I actually have 2. This is one of the palettes I've got. I've been using the Naked Honey since it came out. And it's just such a gorgeous palette. It's really, really great. I thought it was amazing. And then probably my most favourite palette, which is so boring, but it's so great, is the Natasha Denona neutral palette. The Biba palette it's called. Unfortunately, I've lost the black shadow in this one, but this is actually the palette I used on my wedding day as well. As for eye primers, loads of you guys will know that I actually use the Nars concealer as an eye primer all the time. I also really loved the P. Louise bases. Again, whenever I did any kind of colourful eye or anything that was a little bit more intense, these bases are just really, really good. They are worth the hype. They're so fab, especially the bright colours. If you use a bright colour all over the eye first and then pack on a shadow that's similar tone, it just looks so much more bright, and they're just great. They're really, really, really good. Recently, I have brought back out my Lay and Low paint pot by MAC. This is so good. So I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use Lay and Low today. What a throwback, you guys. So I'm going to go in with Lay and Low all over the lid. The eye makeup I'm going to do today is actually something that you guys really wanted me to show you on here. It is really similar to my New Year's Eve makeup. I just love that makeup so much, and it was really fun not doing warm browns for once, because yeah, you guys know I love my warm browns. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury powder just to take away most of the stickiness. And then for the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Biba palette by Natasha Denona, and we're going to go in with the shade Seed and probably the shade Freckle. So it's a wee bit warm. I mostly use just Seed in this corner, which is kind of a neutral brown. And I'm going to keep the smokiness mostly on the outside. And I'm going straight in with a dark colour just because I really do want the brown to just be as kind of neutral as possible. Okay, I'm actually going in with a little bit of Sculpture as well, which is grey, and we're mixing that with the brown. I just think Natasha Denona shadows are really beautiful. I know that they're a total luxury purchase, but I just really enjoy using them. Every time I go to use them, I love it so much. I'm going to go underneath my eye, but I'm actually going to go underneath my eye with Cocoa and Freckle mixed together. This is just a little something that I've kind of learned, that my eyes always look more awake and brighter when I use a slightly warmer tone underneath my eye, even if I'm doing a cool toned eye. And then I'm actually going to go in with a bronzer brush and my Hoola. And we're going to do my little favourite trick that I've picked up this year, which is just buffing into the edge of your eyeshadow with a little bit of bronzer into your temple. It just totally helps blend and tie the whole look together. I love it. Do you see? Oh, it just makes a huge difference to me. I don't know whether I'm just crazy. Okay, so for on the kind of main part of the lid, we're going to use the Marc Jacobs Sequins shadow in the shade Glitter Rock. This is the exact same silver shadow that I used on New Year's Eve, and I am obsessed. This formula is unbelievable. The only single shadow that I've got for my 2019 favourites. I think I started using this quite late on in the year, but oh my god, they're bloody stunning. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on a eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to spray with All Nighter, marrying up the favourites of 2019. I'm going to tip my head forward slightly just so if I get any fallout it falls away, but I'm just going to start patting that on. Let me just see what a finger's like. Oh, yeah, a finger actually works really well with these as well. But look at that. Beautiful. Oh my god. And I know that they're not cheap, but you will not need to be buying these loads. Once you've got your kind of core colours that you know that you'll reach for, you won't be going through them quickly. And I'm just going on top with a little bit sprayed with All Nighter just for the intensity. They photograph really well. If you apply them right, they'll last all night as well. It just reminds me of proper like disco diva makeup. I'm just bringing it up past the crease a little bit. It just adds a little bit more kind of drama to the look when you bring it up past the crease, because when you look straight ahead, you've still got a little bit going on. Oh my god. One of my other favourite kind of things for eye looks this year was the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitters. I travel with at least like 3 different colours of these at all times because they just totally transform a look. They're so great. They're super easy to use. You can do glitter all over if you just put them on and pat them on. I'm actually just going to put a wee bit extra just for a little bit extra sparkle. Yeah, I just love them so much. I will love them forever. I think I've honestly been using these for 10 years. I used to have a blue one that I would just put under my eyes and nothing else. And then I would go to school like that and wonder why I got made fun of. For our eyeliner, I have 3 different favourites. The Urban Decay Perversion, this is amazing. It's got a really nice brush tip. This is perfect for wings. Glossier Pro Tip eyeliner. New to me, really good. Dried up a little bit too quickly for my liking, but I did use it every single day for like 2 months, so I don't know, maybe that's the capacity. Still really loved it. Really easy to use. And then the Benefit Roller Liner. This is the shade Brown. I'm going to do my freckle right now. 2019 for me was the year of the brown eyeliner. I used brown eyeliner all the time and it was always this one. So this probably, if I had to give an overall favourite, this would be it, because I love it for filling in my freckle. I love it for my brown eyeliner. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Perversion for my wings, and I'm going to do them, let's just see how they turn out. This always goes different. While we're on the subject of liner, I will mention that my favourite kohl pencil of 2019 was the Marc Jacobs Gel Crayon in the shade Blacker. This does not go anywhere. It's amazing. I'm not going to do my waterline today, but this one is brilliant. Okay, so mascaras, I have 2 drugstore and 2 high-end. Drugstore, no one's going to be surprised. Lash Sensational by Maybelline, unbelievable, really sticky. You can get really nice big thick lashes. I particularly like this for days where I'm not wearing lashes because this kind of gives me the volume and length that I need. Bambi Eye False Lash Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. Again, amazing. Kind of similar. I love the Benefit Roller Lash. This is amazing for super thick bottom lashes, which is one of my kind of favourite things to do. Really black, doesn't drop, if you know what I mean. And then the Nars, this is literally the only size I can find. I run out of this all the time, but the Climax mascara was so great. I remember when this came out, everyone was super excited about it and I just loved it so much. So yes, I'm going to use Roller Lash today, but all of them are my favourite. I'm going to use False Lash for my bottom lashes just because it's so sticky. This one's a bit older and I actually really like it when it gets a bit older. You just have to be super careful because it's really chunky. It's quite a messy mascara, but if you take your time with it, it's great. Okay, lashes. Catty lashes. In the style, I've got 4. I've got TL3s, TL9s, but I also loved TL4s, TL7s and TL10s. I'm going to use TL9s today. They're just so brilliant, these lashes. I really love them. So I'm just going to cut these. Favourite lash glue? It has not changed. Dual glue, green one. Unbelievable. While we wait for these eye wigs to dry, we're going to do our brows quickly. So, brow products. There's 4 here. We have Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. We have Benefit Ka-Brow, which is like a pomade. We have GimMe Brow, a tinted brow gel, and we also have 24-hour brow setter by Benefit, also the best brow gel on this planet. Give me these 4, I need nothing else. These are the best brow products in the game. So for today, I'm going to actually use a bit of Ka-Brow. I'm just going to brush through these quick. I have actually been growing my eyebrows and I think they're starting to really fill in. I'm just going to draw a nice clean line underneath just to thicken them up, and I'm also going to do the same on the top. We're just going to accentuate the arch, and then I like to drop the front to give an angry appearance. Like this brow looks more pissed off than this brow. This is what I like. And then just to make them look full and thick but quite natural, we're going to go in with the GimMe Brow. Can you hear that rain? I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. It is horrific outside. Okay, let's stick these lashes on. I'm going to go in with my fingers. I'm just going to give them a little squeeze with my Tarte lash squeezer. Okay, I'm going to go through my brows just with a tiny bit of the 24-hour brow setter just to get them nice and glossy. It's a really nice way to get nice thick full brows that still look kind of natural. While we're here, I'm just going to go in with the Beca Champagne Pop on my inner corner, brow bone and my nose, because I forgot to tin man my nose. And I love using a little brush just to go down the bridge of my nose just here. Nice. Okay, I'm going to zoom you out and let's do our lips. For our lips, I have quite a few products here as well. 2 reds and 2 nudes. I think that's fine. And 3 lip liners. And 2 kind of glosses. Okay. So the first red that I have wore so much this year was the Colourpop and I Love Sarai Canon's collaboration in the shade Ariba. This is a beautiful red. I wear it non-stop. And the other red that I wear, honestly it's pretty much only these 2. This is the Nars Power Matte Lip Pigment in the shade Don't Stop. These reds are just my favourite. You have Don't Stop by MAC, and then on the top you have Ariba by Colourpop. For the nude lipsticks I have 2. We have Bitch Perfect by Charlotte Tilbury, my wedding day lipstick, and we also have Honolulu Honey by Nars. For my lip glosses, we have the YSL Volupte Liquid Colour Balm in the shade number 6. This is just gorgeous. It is it's like a lip balm with a tint to it, so you can see it's pretty corally, but oh my god, on is stunning. So nice, really hydrating. And then for the lip gloss, it literally is just a lip gloss, but the formula is perfect. Look at that shine. This is the Glossier Clear Transparent Lip Gloss. Literally that's what it's called, lip gloss. 3 nude lip liners to finish us off. We have Colourpop and Shayla's collaboration. This is their lippy pencil in the shade BFF3. Look how tiny wee it is. I love this so much this year. We have Charlotte Tilbury Hot Gossip. Brilliant. And then last but not least, which I have barely used but it already is a favourite of mine, this is Morphe Sweet Tea. So for my lips today I want to do a super nudie nude. Shocker? No. I'm going to go in with Sweet Tea by Morphe and then Honolulu Honey. It's such a nice colour. I'm going to fill in the top lip a little bit more. Honolulu Honey. So great. I thought I'd lost this and I actually got a fright. Oh, it's almost like, I don't know, it's so browny that it's corally. Does that make sense? So guys, that is the finished look and that is all my favourite products of 2019. Like I said, there are probably loads of products that I absolutely loved in 2019 that didn't make this video, and that's probably because I forgot, or these just really took the sparkle and shine. I really hope you like this video. Like I said, I will list everything that I've mentioned down below. I know that there was a lot of products in this. If you had to pick one product from 2019, your hero product, the product that you think that I need to buy, then please let me know down below, because I would love to do that. I've actually not bought any makeup in ages. It's been very good. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Obviously, oh god, there's a bubble mark. One for, oh my god, if you can hear the weather outside, I apologise. It's a storm right now. I think it's Brendan he's called. But it gives your skin a really gorgeous glowy texture finish. What? And it was an extension shade. What? That brings us on, oh god, this foundation's gonna drip again. Look at that base, it's just lovely. Lovely. Gel crayon, gel, crayon gel. I'm gonna go in with my fingers. Oh god, am I? Ah, got Honolulu, BFF3, look how tiny it is. Your hero product of the 2009.